Hi everyone, Debbie Cork here with the next video for the journal I've just finished. This was for the Gluebook January challenge set by Caged Fish. About the third year I think I've done it. But this was the first time I'd done an altered book, so I'm just going to whiz through. It's 7.5 by 5 inches with a 3/4 inch spine, and it actually ended up with 83 pages to decorate. I had it was absolutely falling apart, this book, and so I had no compunction about altering it. I took out about a third of the pages to decorate, and it's ended up so that it's not too bad. It doesn't have too much of an alligator mouth, which is good. So I will whiz through it as quickly as I can. I used a mixture of magazine images and painted papers. I had some stamps and an old children's poetry book that was falling apart. Had some old vintage paper and some cigarette cards. This was washi tape that I used down the middle to stop it falling apart because it really was in danger of collapsing completely. I had a lot of old sort of vintage books that I wanted to use. Hadn't done a vintage used it before in an altered book. So it's a mixture of old sort of 1950s, 60s books. This is a children's textbook and modern day images, but I wanted to try and keep the feel the same. I really like the images in the book, so I tried to keep as many of those as I could. This is more jelly print paper. I used old maps, and the pages I tore out to try and give space to put more stuff in. I used as many of the illustrations as I could because they're fabulous fairly simple line drawings. It was an old children's book that I had, and an old hymn book with the songs in. This was some sample paper that I had for a long time, so I cut that out, and an old comic. This was from a plan. Again, more adverts. This was from a report done in the 1980s on the Caravan Club that I'd kept hold of for some reason. I think it had nice type, but I used the front. This is a children's primer, more hand stamped paper there. And again there, some more old adverts which are really nice to use, and coupled with a modern day image. This was one of my dad's old engineering textbooks. It had lovely pull-out drawings in, so I tried to incorporate those. It's going to take quite a while to flip through. I'll be as quick as I can. Just a bit more cigarette cards and hand-painted paper. This was an old children's book. More cigarette cards. There's absolutely no rhyme or reason. I didn't try to think too much about this one. It was really for just the Gluebook challenge. This is an old textbook. This was washi tape around the outside, and more stamps, more washi tape. This is my dad's beautiful handwriting. Kept his college notes from the 1950s. Those of you who've watched videos before know that I've done those. More old children's books and stamps. This was an actual reply card from probably the 1950s, found in my dad's stuff when I was clearing out, like this young at 65, look. I'm sure it would be fishing. And just a real eclectic mix. I love the some of the text in children's books. More plans. I kept a couple of the pages just to show what it was like, the text and everything, and the drawings. So I left those as they were. Another atlas, old atlas, and some really nice line drawings. Bit of collage, but not a huge amount. This is mainly a glue book. More adverts, children's illustration, dad's writing. That was some metallic painted papers. And a nice old photo that I found. I had some photos from my aunt. I don't know who it is, but it was a lovely photo. Children's books. This is music paper. More adverts. Again, the mixture of old and new images. And then just a poem to finish with. So there you have it, my first altered book. Thanks so much for watching.